Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hi there, I'm Todd Lewis. Round one of the Rocket Mortgage Classic in the books at Detroit Golf Club, and a couple of guys, not real familiar names, on top of the leaderboard in the Rock City, and that being Taylor Moore, who was a PGA Tour member. But how about Peter Kuest? He's played a handful of events on the PGA Tour. He Monday qualified to get in this event, 9 birdies, just 1 bogey, and Peter, on his quest to win on the PGA Tour, off to a great start. And after shooting that 64 in the morning, Kuest had a conversation with our Steve Burkowski.
Been a busy few days for Peter, 8 under 64 today, but that wouldn't have happened unless you get through a Monday qualifier. What is that experience like to show up knowing you got to go really low and now have the opportunity to continue it here the next few days?
It's a grind. It's all part of the professional golf experience with limited status, and it's nice knowing you have to go out and shoot a low number, because you know what you got to do. You got to go shoot 66 to 60 and hope, so yeah, I mean, it's just all part of it, and it gets you in the mindset of making a lot of birdies, and I think this course is really good for that.
Third time this year on the PGA Tour. You have Monday qualified. How does that at least maybe add to the confidence of, well, the more starts I get with limited status, that maybe there'll be that breakthrough moment?
Yeah, it's just, more momentum. Getting to play more than one round in a row is nice. Something to build off of, and hopefully we could go do that tomorrow.
How do you deal maybe with the frustration of knowing you can play out here, but with that uncertain schedule, how do you put that aside when chances like this present itself?
I mean, it is what it is. I could have played better at Q School, and I could have been playing on the Korn Ferry Tour, but I have an opportunity out here to, do Mondays and try to get my card that way. So, it is what it is, making the best of it.
This week, this course, this start, how do you build off of a good opening round, knowing that you probably got to keep going in this direction to have a chance?
We're going to go get some lunch and then, hit some putts and go to the range and then hang out. Wait till tomorrow.
Young man does not look rattled after that impressive 64 on Thursday. Like Steve talked about, shot 66, Monday qualified for this event. He also Monday qualified in Valero and in Canada. Did get a sponsor's invite to the Byron Nelson, had a top 15 finish there. Lost his playing privileges on the Korn Ferry Tour after missing 6 cuts. But he was a great player at the University, or BYU, I should say, Brigham Young, where he was an All-American. Rickie Fowler is playing well again. Shoots a 67 at Detroit Golf Club, very much in the mix. Heading into Friday's play, Fowler continuing to do it with some great ball striking. There you see he hits 14 of 18 greens, and here's what he had to say with Steve after his round.
8 birdies in this opening round for Rickie. How would you characterize your start, your finish, and everything in between here on day one?
Pretty solid day. I mean, it was tough. Greens, get bumpy when you get soft PO, and there were some pins on some decent slopes, so it was tough to, make some out there. But, all in all, solid start. Yeah, not the finish we wanted, but is what it is. So we'll go rest up and get ready for tomorrow afternoon.
4 top 13 finishes coming into this week. You and I spoke yesterday. You believe your game's in a really good spot. You keep putting yourself in position. How does even one round like this continue to validate that everything is going forward for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid day other than a couple swings and a few short putts that didn't go in. But yeah, shooting under par is always a good thing. I know the conditions are fairly scoreable, but you still got to hit it where you're looking and make some putts. So yeah, no, it's nice to come out and get off to a nice start, because Thursday you go out and don't really have much, shoot around par, and now you're trying to play catch up. So at least we're off to a start and putting ourselves in another spot to go play well tomorrow and keep moving up.
How would you describe the word confidence and what it means to you with where your game is now, considering the last few years?
Big thing is being able to build momentum and build off of finishes. I feel like last few years, I might have a good finish here or there, and I wasn't really able to back it up. And this year, been able to kind of just string them together and have solid week after solid week. So And then even when I've had weeks where I've been a bit off, I've been able to salvage and put some, good rounds together over the weekend and still get a solid finish. So that's kind of been the biggest thing, is kind of the momentum and the consistency.
Rickie Fowler started working with Butch Harmon once again after the FedEx Cup playoffs last year, and look what he's done, the quick turnaround. He has so far 7 top 10s this season, and that is 3 more than he had combined of the last 3 seasons. So he is playing much more consistent golf. Collin Morikawa looking to win for the first time since claiming the Claret Jug, and he's off to a great start in his first appearance ever at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. How about a 66 for him? 25 putts for Morikawa. Putting has been a bugaboo for him over the last few years, and Collin, after that nice number, he talked to Burko as well.
Bogey-free 600 to get things going on this Thursday for Collin. What's your assessment of the first 18 here in Detroit?
It's nice to get, a low score under par, start the Thursday round, first round, and it's going to take a lot more birdies to win this tournament, but it's at least good to get a foot forward, kind of get in the right direction. No bogeys, obviously, just putting myself in the right spots, giving myself chances and keeping it fairly easy today.
You told me yesterday you believed your game is in a good place, that you wanted to see a few things, ball flight, and a couple others. What were you able to gather today to sort of let you believe that things are trending in the right direction again?
The biggest thing for me is to not miss it left. And I think I only had 1 or 2 shots that missed left, and they weren't as left as what I've seen. And that's the biggest thing, is just knowing I can aim left, but know the ball's never going to go there. And that's been my game since I've turned pro. It's been my game since college, and I'm just trying to get back to that. Because everything else is, we're doing the right things, we're doing the right, putting the right pieces together. It's just about executing those shots.
How easy is it to buy into it even more from just one round? You shared with me that sometimes you see that one go left and, oh gosh, where's the next one going? How does this work in a positive mindset?
It's huge. It's confidence, and that's what you need out here. You need to be confident. You need to be cocky. You need to be able to step up to your golf ball, know you're going to hit a great shot. And especially out here, you're going to have a lot of short irons, wedges. If you're just able to put yourself in the fairway, and you got to make birdies. I mean, the scores are going to keep getting lower. Guys are going to keep posting low numbers. And just because I shot 600 today does not mean like that's, where we want to be at the end of the week.
How do you embrace the challenge of knowing it's going to take more and you got to continue to go deeper to have a chance on Sunday?
I think just knowing how today's round went, I didn't feel like I played really, really well to shoot 6 under. And that's the biggest thing, is knowing that, a couple better chip shots and we were 8 under. And, you can always play the coulda, shoulda, woulda game, but it is what it is. And hopefully we can just kind of continue that momentum in the next few days.
Collin Morikawa tied for 10th heading into play on Friday. Justin Thomas currently tied for 151st after a first round 76. Thought he found something at the Travelers last week, but it's still a bit of a struggle for Justin Thomas. He's going to have to shoot something like close to 60 tomorrow to play the weekend in Detroit. As for the Friday schedule, here's what we got going on. We've got the DP World Tour, the British Masters, hosted by Sir Nick Faldo, then followed by the U.S. Senior Open at Century World in Wisconsin, then to Detroit for second round coverage of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and then we wrap it up here with Golf Central. It's a fun Thursday, should be an even more fun Friday. We'll be here with all the coverage. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.